Okay, here I am going to make some raspberry jelly. This will be done the same way as your blackberry jelly could be done. But anyhow, these were all black, but we had them soaking, well, frozen in a jar until we was able to get enough to make, because kids kept eating them. So they're kind of, left the juices in the jar and changed color a little bit. You can still see some of the black juice down in there, though. Anyhow, then we got the fresh batches in here, and you can see where they're black. But we're going to make jelly, and to do that, it takes 4 cups of berries and 4 cups of water, and that will make your juice to make the jelly with. So let's get this on with the 4 cups of water. Okay, put my berries in the pan here, and then I will put in 4 cups of water. Okay, and I got 4 cups of water here. Now I did rinse that jar out to make sure I got all of the berry juices and goodness out of it too. So, hold on. Okay, there was a little piece of green in there floating. Anyhow, got this here, and it goes on the pan, and you cook it on medium to highest heat for 20 minutes, and you just kind of press it down with like a tater masher to mash and get all of the berryness out of them. Okay, so you can see I got them in here and just going to mash them, which is, the occasional stirring and stuff to them. 20 minutes. And then from there, we'll get the jelly making. Because we'll have to strain this out, because it's, again, jelly, not jam. If it were jam, I'd leave it whole. Leave the berries and everything in it. But we're not doing that, so making jelly. Okay, so this is in my book, The Ultimate Preserving Guide to Fill Your Pantry. It's on Amazon. I know some of y'all who have been watching my videos said you have this now, so that's awesome. I appreciate that a lot. Anyhow, so we're making the juice first. So that's 4 cups of berries, 4 cups of water, lightly mash them, 20 minutes, and then after that, you will measure out your juice, which is where we'll strain them and all that. So I got to get everything here set up. I got to get my sieve and all that there good stuff. Get my water bath canner going. Everything going. Let me see. And I need 4.5 cups of sugar, so I'm going to go ahead and get that out and get it measured. That way when I'm ready to go, everything's ready. Okay, and I got a 25-pound bag of sugar here, because jelly making takes a lot of sugar. So I'm going to measure out 4.5 cups, and it is just granulated sugar. So that's 4. Again, this just makes it easier when it comes time to needing it to already have it done. That's half. So 4.5 cups sugar, and then you got your pectin. It takes 1 box of pectin. And this is like a thickener. It just helps it thicken up. So it's just 1 box of this. That'll go in also, and we'll measure out the berry juice. So let me get this all ready. Okay, so here's the sieve. Sieve. I think it's a sieve. I don't know. Anyhow, it's cylindrical here. It's got this little pokey stick in it. Little dinky holes, and it goes down to this bowl. That's where I'll catch the juices at. This will keep the pulp. Now, for safety measures, I also put in, ain't safety measures, just for extra precaution and catching, also put in a cheesecloth. Well, this is not cheesecloth, it's flour sack, but whatever. I hate cheesecloth. I like flour sacks. It's just a piece of cloth, ain't all holy. And then I'll put the berries in that, and then I'll moosh them real good, and then when I'm done, I can squeeze out all the juice and everything. So this is just ready to go while I'm waiting on the 20 minutes to be up. Alright, so been going here. It's 9:11, so it's been going about 15 minutes, almost time up. I don't really feel no more big berry chunks. You can see, you cannot see, but there's seeds and stuff up on the pan where they are boiling down. So with that, we'll be straining these in about 5 more minutes. Alright, so 20 minutes is up. So I'm going to strain here right fast. You can see it's all mushy like. And then I'll just get all of everything out of here so that I know I can get all of the juice squeezed out of it. Because making jelly, the juice is where it's at. Okay, so while everything is happening, the berries has been cooking and, everything's straining. I forgot to add that I have the water going in the hot water bath, That way it's hot, because the jelly will be hot going into hot jars in the oven there, and then the hot jars with hot jelly will go into the hot water bath canner. That way there's no shock to the jars, nothing gets busted. It's a hot pack. So you have to have a rack in your canner, otherwise it'll jingle jangle and clank your jars together, and it could mess them up, break them or anything like that. So you need something to keep the jars off the direct bottom. So this is a rack that comes with a water bath canner. And then let me think. Okay, this is your jar lifter here. This part here is your handle. It's plastic, it spins, it's not grippy. And then down here is how you will pick up a jar. Let me find one and show you. Not prepared. Okay, so here's your jar. Get a hold of your jar lifter like so. Just reach down, and then the rubber grippy part that's made to fit like a jar goes right on it. And you see it goes under the lip. It's grip. I mean, I could, like, you know, practice throwing it or whatever. It's not going nowhere. And while we're at it here, we'll also talk about headspace. That's the amount of room you leave in the top of a jar. Most things call, like jelly is about a 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch headspace or whatever, but you have a tool that will tell you, but this jar also gives you that answer. So here you'll start, it's like an 1/8, you go down, you know, you're about a 1/4 inch, you get halfway down it, and you're about a half inch or so of headspace. When you get down here to the bottom of the ringy thingy, down around here, that's about 1 inch of headspace. Just follow it based on the jar there, and that just makes it super easy for you. I mean, they do have tools and stuff, but this is just an easy way to use with what you got. So there covers that. Like I say, you can see the berry pulp in there and the juice down there a little bit. I need 3 3/4 cups of the berry juice. So I'm going to give this here good mashing and push all the juice out of it I can. That way I know I've got enough juice. Oh. Okay, I've been working it. Anyhow, pardon the dogs, they're playing. When you get this done, I mean, I could put it just directly into the sieve here, but I like to make sure I catch everything. Anyhow, there's the berry pulp in here. It's hard to get it all out because it's so bloody hot. So after you get it, squeeze what you can, then you just kind of press it, and you see it all running out of there. And then I'll measure it and see how much more I actually need before I work it plumb to death here. But let's see here. Okay, let's measure it. 3 3/4 cups. Okay, let's see where we're at with the juice here. And then if I gotta squeeze out more, oh crap, I will. Also try not to miss the bowl because I can't pour it with this bowl very good. Oh, I gotta make a lot more juice. Yay! Okay, that gave me 2 cups. I got a lot more juice to get out of it. Okay, let's press some more. Got rid of the cheesecloth. It was sucking up juice, I think. So let's see where we are now. Yeah, I'm probably about a cup in. Oop. Okay, I am at 3 cups. This is awful. Anyhow, I guess I do got more juice in here. You can see it making it here. Yeah. I just got to work 3/4 more cup. If I get close, I can add water to finish it off. Just I want as much berry flavor as I can get in it. But, you know, if I got to add some water, I will. I don't like to add more than 1/2 cup, so we'll see what I can't squeeze out of here yet. And then this mash here will go to the chickens. Yes, it's seedy. These are raspberries. They're not overly seedy, and they don't care. They love them, and it makes me the best chicken mom ever. So I'll keep mashing for a bit. We'll see where we get. Okay, I added water. You can see but I put it in this bowl here so that it helps to take the flavor, rinse the jar out better so I can get up to where we gotta be, because I just wasn't getting there. And there we have it, 3 3/4 cups of water, or juice, finally. Okay, next steps is we measure out the juice exactly. We measured out the sugar exactly. Sugar is 4 1/2 cups. Did that earlier, like I told you. Have it set out, ready to go. So we'll pour the juice and the pectin and a smidge of butter if you want to use it. It does help with foaming. Sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. It really just depends. So we're going to get that added to the pot here. And this is the pectin. Because we remove the berries and stuff, there's no more like thing in there to cook down and thicken up to get natural sugars and stuff, so we have to use pectin to thicken it. It's just a thickening agent for homemade jams and jellies, you can see. So it's 1 box of this, and you have to put this in and let it boil for at least 1 minute before you add any sugar. That way this gets activated and it does its job. If I add sugar too soon, this won't thicken like it's supposed to. It like kills it, deactivates it or something. I don't know what it does. So we'll put that in there. We'll get it boiling onto a full boil on high, stirring constantly for at least 1 minute, and then I'll add in the sugar. Let's see how long I gotta cook that. Return to a boiling boil exactly 1 minute while stirring constantly. Remove from heat. Skim off any foam. So that's it. Let's get this in the pan. Okay, so juice going in. Again, that's 3 3/4 cups. And then pectin going in. Eva is in charge of the pectin. Get it dumped in there. There we go. Now we just stir it.
I want to.
You want to stir? You want to stir? Okay. It's got to be a constant stirring. We'll see if it foams. If it foams, I'll add butter, but if it don't, I won't. So we'll see what it does. Let me get stirring stick. Stir away. All right. She's going to start stirring it. When it goes to roll and boil, we'll do it about a minute or so. It's got to be at least about a minute at a roll and boil to activate that there pectin. So she's just going to stir while we get it going. Y'all don't want to watch this process. You know, the whole watch pot never boils thing. It really feels that way. Okay, you can see we're finally boiling here. Just keep a slow, steady stir. 11:58. I'll take it off because this is 11:57. And I did forget to mention the oven's set on 200, just a real low heat to keep the jars hot. And it looks like we are going to get pretty foamy, so I might have to add a smidgen of butter here.
Where's the butter?
Okay, this is all it takes right here.
Grab
What, baby? Yeah.
butter.
And that'll help get the foam back down, hopefully. What? You're hitting me, sister. You're killing me. There you go. Maybe not. Might be too late. We're going. And then, after the minute's up, dump in the already measured sugar, which is 4 1/2 cups yet again, I'm going to tell you. And then once it comes back to a boil, it's 1 full minute of rolling boil. Now I'll take it off the heat, add it to the jar, add the jars then. 11:58, so sugar is being added.
Sugar.
There you go. Now stir it constantly again. Bring it to the rolling boil and then remove from heat after 1 minute. So we're going to stir it and get it boiling again. Okay, we're starting to boil. So we're going to go 1 minute here. It is 12:01 now. So at 12:02-ish, we'll stop with the stirring. But it's a constant stir now. Definitely shouldn't foam up much more now that, as I say that, it's going to foam up like a crazy person. Holy crap. Anyhow, you go 1 minute of this. Okay, it's been 1 minute, smidge over maybe, but we're going to pull it from the heat now and get them put into the jars. Okay, just get a couple jars at a time out of the oven. That way they stay hot and we can get them filled. Picked up like I showed you earlier, and then we'll fill them up. Okay, and this is the funnel. It fits right down perfectly inside the top of the jars. Helps keep you from making messes, because trust me, you don't want to make a mess. And Eva, my handy dandy helper, is going to put them in the jars. ladle it all the way up, baby.
One more.
One more scoop. Okay, let's see. 1/4 inch headspace is what it said. I usually leave a little bit more on that just in case. That's about 1 inch, so put a smidge more in there, baby. Smidgy more.
This much.
I don't know, is it a smidge? Whatever a smidge equals. Yeah, that's probably good. Dump it in.
Stop.
Okay, perfect. Okay, and then you can see she's gonna fill this jar up next. Next thing you do is you wipe your bands or your rims. I'll bring it over here out of the way while she's filling.
That one
Okay.
has to go. Yeah.
Well, it can.
It's gonna be hot.
It's gonna be hot, yeah. There you go. Okay, wipe your rims. I got a damp paper towel here because if it's sticky, you want it to be damp. Anyhow, jars are hot, jelly's hot. Everything's hot, so use something to hang on. And then just wipe it really, really good. If there's any kind of residue, stickiness, any kind of little jelly piece, berry seed, whatever, it will not seal. So then you've got an unsealed jar of jelly, which you got to put in your fridge and eat immediately, which is fine because this stuff's delicious. But this is for farmer's market, so I definitely want it all sealed. Wiped it real good. These are lids, flats, whatever you want to call them. These are regular mouth jars. These are regular mouth lids. Just put them on here. We got some that come with these jars. They don't seal for nothing. So I'm opening up and using other ones.
Should this be good? Mom, should that be
Just a little bit more, baby girl. And then take your band. Finger tight is just right, is what they always say. I struggle there because I'm a...
Mom, it already turned into jelly.
Yeah, it already turned into jelly. I have strong hands, and I'm always worried that stuff gets out. So anyhow, finger tight just right. Grab your jar. Carry it over here to the canner where you will place it down in, and as soon as you fill it up, you drop it down. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and lower this because I only got 2 jars in here, but those other jars are little and they fall in the crack, and then it makes it a nightmare. So to do that, you just walk over here with your jelly, drop it down in place. Now you got to have the water over the lids. You have to be completely covered, which right now you can see they are, and we're starting to boil. So once I get it filled up and it's boiling, it's a 5-minute water bath. It usually goes faster if you have a lid on it. Water bath is going, and so we got a boil going. I'll probably time it in a couple minutes after it gets. And Eva is sampling it from the pan over here. What's your thoughts, babe?
Good.
Good? Let me see you take a big bite. Scoop you some out. She looks just like she does when we go berry picking. There's evidence on her face. Does it taste like raspberries? Good, 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 good. Raspberries and sugar. Okay, I honestly don't know where my lid is because my life is a mess. And I had my canner out somewhere doing something different, so now I can't find my lid at the moment. So a gigantic skillet does the job. As long as the pan's covered, it'll make it boil faster. So I'm going to set the timer for 5. If you listen, you can hear it. When it's done, we'll take them out. 5 minutes are up. I'm going to go ahead and remove the jars. Reach down in here with your lifter. Pick it up. There'll be a little bit of water on the lid because, again, the water's over the lids. You move it over and set it on this here towel. Okay, all the jars are out. And you can see I've got space in between each jar. That way it allows for adequate cooling and stuff like that. That way they cool kind of evenly, and then hopefully they'll start popping and they're sealed. Otherwise, that's it. That's how you make raspberry or blackberry jelly. So there you have it, and let me say, it is good.